Hello everyone.
Hi, and we are going to do something.
We're going to talk today about Legends characters that we'd like added to DC Universe Online in the future. There's three characters that, two of the three characters that I was going to put down on my list.
But they're already
gonna
taken.
They're kind of coming out anyway. And that's the Flash and
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Girl. They're coming out at some point later on this year. It was in one of the DC streams a month or so back. So they're definitely coming later on this year with Gorilla Grodd as well. So I haven't included them in my list at all. Okay.
You have.
Well, no, that's ones they're underneath that. So that's like ones that I was just making sure that we just said that to them so that they don't, because they're three characters that are definitely coming. Okay, so who have you got on your list then, Hayley?
I have. Shall I say why I want
Well, yeah.
That's going to take me all day.
Well, no, just quickly, just say why you chose that one, like that person.
I chose Raven because she's powerful.
And you probably because you like Raven.
Because I like Raven as well.
But why do you think she'd be good in Legends? What kind of powers would she probably have? She'd probably have
summon pets, like
and she'd
demons.
probably have like hand blasters or something.
Yeah, obviously, and she could teleport a bit like Cersei. And do big blasters. Or she could open up a portal.
Yeah.
And send them to somewhere else.
I'll tell you one person on my list for my heroes. I have got Martian Manhunter. The reason I had Martian Manhunter was because I was thinking it would be like a male version of like a Cersei kind of thing, because he could teleport. Because he's like got like kind of them powers, isn't he? Where he can pass through like objects and people and stuff. So like he'd be a good kind of male version of like Cersei. So he could have similar powers to Cersei, and maybe like he could have one of his powers could be something where he controls people, where you do a power and it kind of controls their mind and it makes them walk, like how
Cersei
some of the characters have got that, where like the character will walk off in another direction somewhere for just a couple of seconds or until they break out, like something like that would be quite good, I reckon. Okay, so who else have you got other than Raven?
I have Starfire because I like her. She's cute in the Teen Titans episode.
And she's also already in the game already.
Yeah, so she will be good. And the thing that is really funny about her, you can actually make her in DC, but if you have fire and you have hand blasters, it comes out red, but she's got green. It's just cool for some reason.
See, a lot of the characters that we've actually got on our lists are
in the game, basically.
Already in the game as NPCs already, so it wouldn't. I can't imagine it'd be too hard to just like give them some powers. I mean, some of them have already got powers because they're in instances, and then others who are not in instances could just have their powers added. It'd just be a matter of like giving them the powers and making sure they're balanced and everything. But a few of them are already in the game anyway, so it's not like they've got to make a whole new character from the beginning. It's just literally like giving them the powers and stuff. So who else have you got on your one?
I have Batwoman because she's famous because she's like close to Batman, doing Batman missions, and she's in some of the missions. So, and she could have.
And it's another girl character because you definitely need quite a few girl characters.
Because there's hardly any.
Yeah, definitely. Who else have you got?
Let me check. I've got a boy, Cyborg.
See, Cyborg's another person who's already in the game anyway, so and he's in the challenge mission and the leveling up mission.
What?
Yeah, he's in the Raven one. You know when you confront Raven at the very end, and there's the white Raven.
Oh yes, but he doesn't go there.
Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't go in there, but he follows you, doesn't he? After that first room with the bosses in, he follows you after that until you get to the Raven. Like just before you get to the Raven part, he's with you from there. So he's already he's in the game already, and he already has some of the powers. He's got that cannon and it flies out the...
That's different, so that's a different power as well. And I've got Zatanna as well, because her power's not in the game.
I've got Zatanna on my list as well. But I'd imagine she's probably going to be a bit harder to add to the game because she doesn't have. We don't have wand or anything in the game as it is, so you'd have to either give her another weapon.
Yeah,
or
like hand blasters or something like that.
Yeah.
I know, like she can have hand blasters. She doesn't move and goes.
See, the thing is like the only weapon that would really suit her is a wand. That's the only thing that would suit her because she doesn't really, when you watch her in cartoons or anything like that, she doesn't really hit anyone with her fists or use weapons. She always uses a wand or she's talking and saying spells backwards and everything and doing all that. But she doesn't. See, she could have some really cool powers, I think. But it's just the weapon part is probably the only reason why she's not in the game because her character's in the game. She's in the police station as well.
Yeah, but I know that doesn't matter. Saint Walker doesn't have the blue power in the game, and he's still in Legend.
He does have the blue power.
Yeah, but that's not a power.
Yeah, it's not. The power's not in the game. But then they'd have to make like a new weapon. Because it's a wand. I mean, the thing is the Saint Walker's, some of his powers are similar to what other people have got, but just blue. Like the shield. All that is just the hard light shield, just turned blue.
He's a bit overpowered, don't you think?
I mean, some of the things are different. Like his bit where he puts down the battery and it pushes them back and stuff. That's a bit different, I guess. But all they had to do was just add them powers to the game. Really, I guess it's not too hard, but. To add the weapon, I guess they'd have to release the weapon as well for people to use. So maybe one day down the road they might bring out the wand as a weapon that that the rest of us can actually use for our characters. Yeah. And then they'd be able to bring out Zatanna. Because Zatanna would be a really good character in the game. See, I've got on my list as well. I've got Hawkgirl.
Yeah, I did.
And Hawkman. I think them two would both be really good because.
Bang type of characters.
Hawkman and Hawkgirl, I think, both use like that kind of
mallet.
mallet with mallet, and then Hawkgirl's got that one-handed like little short mallet thing that's like a ball with spikes on it.
Yeah, so she could be in the game.
So they'd be quite easy, and their characters are already in the game quite a few times.
And they could be in Legends because they could have one-handed but have different style, but that hasn't come out yet.
And they're in the game in a few places, aren't they? They're in the War of the Light. They're in there as bounties. Yeah, in the Watchtower containment alert for tier 1 thing. That's they're in there. I mean, I don't think they really do anything in that one, but you can fight them if you're a villain when you do the bounty, which is in the War of the Light Part 1.
Yeah, but I think I've got another
in the alternative Metropolis. So I mean, they'd be easy to just put in the game, really, because you probably have to make sure that they've got the 6 powers, but they've probably already got a couple of powers already for them. They've got the weapons and everything for them. They just use flight. Their character models made, so really they'd be easy to make.
And what about Black Canary? She's easy.
She's in the game already as well, isn't
she?
It'd just be a matter of giving her powers, but it just depends on if enough people wanted her.
Scream.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just if they're looking at people like characters that people want the most, like how a lot of people wanted Wonder Woman and Cersei, and it took them ages to do Wonder Woman and Cersei, and eventually they just did it in the end, didn't they?
Yeah.
It took them quite a while.
Yeah. What other ones do we have? Is that all the... Stargirl, she's good. Not my Stargirl. Not my Stargirl.
The real Stargirl.
The real Stargirl. No crosses. The real Stargirl. No.
See, I've got on my one as well, Captain Marvel stroke Shazam, because he's called Shazam now in the new 52 stuff. But in the DC game, he's called Captain Marvel. I think he'll be really good because a lot of people I noticed on the forums are asking for more stuff with Captain Marvel and Black Adam. See, I've got Black Adam on my list as well, so I think that would be a nice thing for them to do, is just to bring out some stuff, like maybe start off with bringing them two into Legends, as like how they did with all the other characters when they did a double pack with like Cersei and Wonder Woman at the same time. They could do Captain Marvel and Black Adam, and bring them
only
out
reason...
together. And they're both in the game already, and a lot of people ask for them. So I think they'd be pretty cool. And I reckon you could maybe give them the newer sort of 52 outfits, because Captain Marvel Shazam character, he's got a really good 52 outfit, and Black Adam, he's got like a kind of a hood. Like he's still got his black, and then the kind of the sort of lightning thing going down it. But he has like the hood on as well, and it looks really cool. So I reckon they could do like a really good characters for that, and I think everyone would like that.
Bit, like a Captain Cold a bit.
Oh, and Deathstroke as well, because if you're gonna have Green Arrow, Deathstroke would be a good one. Like bring them both out at the same time. As like if they're gonna always bring out one villain and one hero at the same time, bring out Green Arrow and Deathstroke. Because I mean they're both in the new Arrow program, so they're both really popular at the moment. People are always asking for more stuff with Deathstroke, definitely, and not so much Green Arrow, but I definitely want Green Arrow in the game, because we don't have a character with bow in the game.
Yeah, we do.
Who? No one in Legends uses bow. So you've got to have at least one or two characters using each of the weapons and different movement types. Now we've got everybody using at least all the 3 different movement types, and pretty much every weapon. It's just really only that one weapon now, isn't it?
Yeah. By the way, why is my increased now? Yeah, because Aaron smashed it.
Okay, who else have you got?
Yeah, I got for villains. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've done all the heroes now, I think, haven't we? What villains have you got?
I've got Killer Frost. She's good. And we didn't do Fire for the heroes. Fire's the opposite to Killer Frost as well. But yeah. Hi, Anna.
Yeah, well, Killer Frost is already in the game anyway as a bounty, so that'd be pretty easy to do.
Say hello.
Who else have you got, Hayley?
I've got. That's I think all.
Well, what about Poison Ivy as well? Poison Ivy would be pretty cool to have, like someone with like some nature powers. Would be pretty cool in the game. Seeing as like she's got her challenge already, and most of her powers would be pretty easy. Just give her a few of the nature powers and maybe just change them slightly, and she could summon like the tree guardian kind of type person that's in the challenge. You know, the one that gets bigger at the end. It could start off like kind of small or something, like when she summons it, and then when it gets down to like half health or something, it gets big. No, but wait. Like it could start off really small, like half the size of a normal kind of person, like it kind of does in the game.
Like Robin.
And then when you get it down to like half health, which would be quite easy because none of the pets in Legends will ever have like very much health. Once it gets down to like half of its health, then it kind of grows a bit bigger and maybe does a little bit more damage. But like, it'd only probably like take like 2 or 3 more hits for it to die.
Yeah.
But it would just kind of like stop taking damage for like a second or so. So it'd almost be like 2 pets in one kind of thing. So it'd start off as a small pet without doing much damage, and its health would go down pretty quick. Then it wouldn't take any damage for a second while it transforms into the bigger one. And then when it gets like uses its last little bit of health, like it might do a tiny bit more damage, but its health will go down even faster than it did when it was in small form.
Yeah.
So just kind of like swap it around a bit. So she could have some really cool powers, I think.
Did we do Killer Frost?
Yeah, we was talking about Killer Frost. And also, Poison Ivy could have like this move where she could kind of like blow a kiss or something. Like, but as she does it, like all the like them poison things kind of come out, and she like blows it onto like the person, and it kind of stuns them for a second or two. That'd be pretty cool. And who else you got? Oh, I got Larfleeze as well. I know there's a lot of Lantern characters already in the game.
That's orange. You can't have orange.
Yeah, but he's already in the game at Christmas time. But that's the only time we see him is at Christmas time, and it would be cool to have him at least in Legends so that you could always see him there whenever you want to use him. And he's in. I'd imagine most of his powers are already in the game because you fight him in the alert, so he has powers there. So it'd be pretty easy to do. And I mean, at least then it's not just always green lanterns, blue lanterns, yellow lanterns, red lanterns all the time. It's like a different kind of lantern then. And then eventually you could have Larfleeze, that would be like the orange lantern. And if they did Star Sapphire, then that would be one of the violet lanterns. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter if they did a villain or hero or whatever. But they could bring them two out at the same time, and then we'd have at least one red one, one blue one, one violet one orange one. There'd at least be one for each of them four. Then you've got a couple of yellow lanterns and some green lanterns, and you've got all the different lanterns.
Purple, we need purple. But purple speak different languages, I mean. The oath is mighty, whatever.
And also I got Grundy as well. Jinx.
She's new. She's like in the Teen Titans. She's in a league of villains called the Hive with
I think she's in the game already when you fight Raven in the Sons of Trigon, the Wastelands Gotham area. When you fight Raven there, she summons Mammoth, Dr. White and Gizmo and Jinx then. Yeah, I'm sure she does. I'm pretty sure it's all of them characters she summons. So you could have, like, they've already got Jinx's character then. So it's just adding make sure she's got all the right powers and just balance them. And Grundy would be good, I think. Grundy and Scarecrow would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got Scarecrow. I don't know why Scarecrow would be good, because in, like, you know, when Batwoman gets nightmares, so like when he's little and he has backup people, he's like, if you're high level, you kill him in 5 hits. He's like, I'm rubbish. He says, I'm gonna take you down myself, and then he takes himself down. He's like,
well, there's loads of things they could do with him, loads of different powers. They could give him some of the moves that he had in the thing when he turns big and he's got the gas and he's got the lightning and he's got the gun and no, I'm not saying give him the big size, but they could do any of them weapon things, any of them phases. They could give him some of those. They could give him like something that kind of scares people away from him for a second or something to stop them from attacking him. Like they will run away from him, or they could have like a kind of something that makes him kind of invisible for a few seconds or something like that.
Yeah, they could do that. They made him invisible and then have Terracrows.
Or they could even have him teleport. They could have him teleport and the Terracrows appears, and then he like appears like how when Cersei does when she moves from one side to the other. And while he moves, it'd just be like Terracrows and you don't see him until he appears. Like,
Dad, you could still do Scarecrow big size, but a little bit smaller.
Yeah. And then Grundy would be quite good, I think, because he'd be pretty easy to do. He's in the game as well. He's in the Poison Ivy area, and he'd just have like brawling. So he's like, yeah, he's like a low level kind of. Well, they changed the level. He's like a low. He's like for the leveling up areas and stuff. Like he's there, so he'd be pretty good. Oh, and Clayface, his one I forgot completely. I just remembered him now. He'd be pretty cool because he could just change. You could have like 3 or 4 of his powers could be that he changes into Harley or Batman or whatever, and he'd have like their weapon. So not their powers, but if he changed to Batman, he'd have like Batman's brawling. If he changed to Robin, he'd have Robin's like staff.
He has to have like
but it only lasts like 10 seconds or something like that.
He has to have 2 powers. 2 powers.
Yeah, like one of his powers could be like he turns into like liquid form or something like, well, not liquid, but like clay along the floor, how he does in the duo. He goes on the floor and he can move much faster. So like it's his way of like of avoiding damage. Instead of teleporting or having a shield or anything, he just turns into like clay along the floor, like wet clay, and he can kind of move real fast. It'd almost like have super speed, like he'd kind of move really fast away.
Not as fast.
Yeah, so you could still kind of hit him, but he'd be able to move like eventually, like after a couple of hits, he'd be able to move far away.
Definitely not flight.
Well, no, he'd have like he could just have
flipping.
Well, no, they could just give him like a kind of acrobat, but like just not have him kind of like be able to like do the grappling hook or anything
and
like that.
Flips.
But then that could also be that when he does that, like say he does the grappling hook when he's using his acrobats, for a split second while he does it, he changes form into Batman while he does it, and then when he stops, when he gets there with the grappling hook, he turns back into his normal Clayface block. Because Batman uses grappling hook.
Or he could have Nightwing.
Yeah, well, whatever. But I'm just saying that, like, when he uses it or whatever, and then if he kind of you could have that when you hold the X button to do the grapple hook, and then he could also have super speed. And when he uses the super speed, as he starts moving fast, he turns in like looks like the Flash for a few seconds until he stops as he does it. So it'd be kind of like changing his form into them people or something, or whatever they wanted to do. But like he'd be quite a good character. I'm sure they could do something pretty cool with him. Have you got anyone else on your list?
Did we say Black Adam?
Yeah.
Or Isis or something. She's creepy.
Yeah, Isis would be pretty cool.
She's really creepy. She could turn dead.
But she has a lot of power similar to Cersei. Though,
Cersei. So yeah.
Yeah, but they could if they wanted to. That would be pretty easy to do. It's just if they want to have another person a bit like Cersei in the game. Because she could summon them zombie things. So it'd be like she's got like their powers are not exactly the same, but they're similar. She's got like she could summon little zombie kind of people. She has like a shield. She has that thing where she kind of fires like a bit like how Faust has got with the skulls and everything, isn't it? Like something like that.
And I did put Gizmo, but then I noticed he's too tiny. Too tiny. But
so they could still do Gizmo, but it'd have to just be someone a bit. They'd have to make him a bit bigger than he actually already is in the game. They'd have to just like make him maybe double the size or something. So like still keep him kind of small, like but give him the same sort of like slightly smaller than the Robin character. So he's still the smallest one out of everyone. He still would look small.
I think Robin's the smallest.
Yeah. So just make him slightly smaller than Robin. Yeah, but they can make Gizmo's in the game already, so his character model's there, but he's just he's in the Raven bit when you fight Ravens, the Raven bounty in the Sons of Trigon Gotham Wastelands area.
I don't do that.
You've done it a couple of times with your Hayley character. Well, we'll do it after this then, when you'll see, won't you? Okay. I haven't got any other characters on it, but I had ideas for new maps.
Giganta. Too big. But yeah.
Okay, new maps. Central City map.
What?
So the Central City area, the bit in front of the museum, the area where all the Reapers and everything are, and the Flash statue is that area there. Just have like that grass like, area, that kind of that rectangle.
And it'll be like the Temple of Isis, just kill people, no capturing.
Yeah, and still have the Flash statue there. But obviously, just nothing really else in there. Just a straight
or maybe
up fight.
You could have near the Flash statue. There could be power ups or something.
Yeah, but like every map's really got like power ups set from like ISIS, and that's kind of cool. A lot of people like that one, so I don't know. Maybe you could have something in it, like change something. But I'm just thinking that kind of area would be pretty cool. And then the Gates of Tartarus area, the first room where you fight the first boss, where the 4 pillars are.
Where's the Gates of Tartarus?
There. Got 4 pillars map.
Got.
That got is short for Gates of Tartarus. That's what everyone calls it in the game. When you're searching for a group, you put got. Looking like healer looking for got or something. Anyway, like the first area there where you fight the first boss, where you pick up the spears or whatever for the 4 pillars that are in there. That area there would be a pretty good map. You could have like the 4 pillars could be the capture points that you have to just like capture. What do you think?
Okay.
Like have them instead of like 4 statues standing there.
Yeah.
It'd just be like
Because
four
that would be
actual
overpowered.
capture
Or you
points,
could-
or instead of like holding them like you normally do, like capture and hold them or whatever
but
like
you
that.
could still have the statues.
And you just
summon
press
the things,
circle
and
on
it'll go shoo, only once for every single
but
statue.
then it would kind of like you'd control that one, so you'd get points for while you're controlling it, and maybe the statue could just fire arrows every 10 seconds or something like that in towards the middle, and if the arrow obviously hits anyone on the way through, like they lose like I don't know half of their health or something like that. Or
not all
roughly
of
half,
it because that would be overpowered.
Or if they're blocking, they'd lose like a quarter of their health. But if they're not blocking, it hits them, they lose half their health. or something like that, and but it only fires one arrow every like 10 seconds or something.
Should there be like a red target on the floor to know that they have arrows coming?
Well, yeah, you could do, but it just fire straight. It won't actually target someone. It will just fire straight in front of it. Each of the four
Should there
statues
be
will
four one side and four on other side?
Well, no, because there's
No,
four
because
pillars. There's 4 pillars, and there's normally then 4 statues there.
Oh, yeah.
And it just literally, you just run up to the statue, just press circle on it, and then you'd control that one. And it would just constantly fire arrows into the middle every 10 seconds until someone else comes down and tries to capture it. So if you're stuck in the middle fighting, then you're kind of you've got a chance that you might get hit. But the area that's on the outside of the pillars, that would just be a very small area to try and keep people towards the middle or around the pillar area, so there's a chance of getting hit. Well, that's the 2 map ideas I had anyway. For
I
Legends
didn't have
anyway.
any because I didn't have.
Just to give like something a little bit different. Don't have to have loads of maps because it's more about the characters really, not about the maps.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to say?
Please subscribe. Please.
Yeah. If you like our videos, just subscribe and please like them.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have to watch our videos, babe.
And if you've got any ideas for any Legends characters or maps or anything like that you'd like included maybe in the game, like maybe put them in the comments below. And also obviously like if there's characters you want, go over to the DC website as well, the forums, and maybe post it there as well that you want certain characters, because they normally listen to you more there if you make forum posts about characters you'd like, and there's quite a lot of people who like them and post in them threads and stuff, don't they? Like the Wonder Woman and Cersei. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.